Well, if the Washington State Cougars kept you up past your bedtime last night, you aren't alone. But after 4 hours of a nail-biting double overtime Friday night win on the Palouse, Cougs could comfortably lay their heads on their pillows. Of course, after their heart rate came back to normal. By no means was this the cleanest game Washington State has played, but we hear it from Jake Dickert time and time again. It's about how his team responds when things don't go their way, and boy, was it a wild ride. Washington State went into the fourth quarter down 2 touchdowns, 38-24, with just 15 minutes left of football to play, or so they thought. Coming right out of the gate, John Mateer is going to keep it himself right up the center. That play leads to a 13-yard touchdown reception by Kyle Williams. Now 38-31. Mateer looking again, finds Josh Meredith along the sideline. Meredith will jog it in for the touchdown. Dean Janikowski is going to miss that extra point, so it's going to be 38-37. A Dylan Payne rushing touchdown puts the Cougs up by 5, but San Jose State gets one more touchdown, and now it's going to take a go-ahead field goal to take this one into overtime. Janikowski does more than redeem himself. A 52-yard bomb with perfect placement as the play clock expires. Now 46-46. Each team throws an interception during the first overtime period. So this play is the second overtime period. San Jose State needs to convert this 2-point attempt. And as Emmett Brown scrambles out of the pocket, the ball is stripped by the Cougar defense, and edge Quinn Roth dives on top to seal the deal.
You know, we've been talking about fourth quarter finishing here since I've been here. Every day of practice, it's red at the last period, and we compete and we put them in these situations. So to see it finally break through is huge for our team.
And after all that madness, the first thing several Cougs did was run over to the Spartans starting quarterback, a guy who was wearing crimson last season. Emmett Brown transferred from Washington State for a chance to be a starting quarterback and showcased his talent with a new school last night, something the Cougs couldn't help but respect.
I'm so proud of Emmett, man. He was a third string here last year, transfers out, takes a chance on himself, earns a scholarship, earns a starting job. Now he's one of the top leading passers in college football, and it is just, I was so happy when I saw him. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I'm so proud of Emmett, man, and I gave him a big hug after the game. Me, him, and Buck were all hugging, and it's just, he played a great game. Every time I saw, he put it right on the money.
And even though Brown and the Spartans made it harder than the Cougars expected, a win is a win. And having 4 very different wins so far this season is only going to benefit Washington State down the line. The final score last night, 54-52. That game just ending right before midnight. And now heading into week 5 with a 4-0 record, the Cougars are back in familiar but daunting territory. Last season, the Cougs won their first 4 games before losing the next 5 and missing out on a bowl game. But they aren't dwelling on the past, only using it as fuel for the future. And a tough Boise State team is in Washington State's future. That game is set for a 7 p.m. kickoff next Saturday.